If I could fall into the sky, do you think time won't pass us by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you. Welcome to the Pro Wrestling Voice podcast.
I am Sean Lucas alongside my co-host, Vandie Barnard.
Oh, guys.
Joining us again this week, Mr. Kevin Ortiz. What's going on, man?
Hey, nothing much, man. Just chilling. That was awesome, man.
That was very unexpected.
I want to catch you guys off guard.
Even I didn't see that
a little
one.
off
Even I didn't see that one coming. Follow us on Twitter at PWV_podcast for our wrestling news, articles, information, opinions, and information. Check out ProWrestlingVoice.com. Check out our store, ProWrestlingTees.com/ProWrestlingVoice. Only $19.99. You guys go ahead and buy some shirts. They're pretty nice. We are the generation that grew up in the Attitude Era, and this is our take on the business. Fellas, another week of Raw in the can.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
How did you like this week?
This week, I'm fine to talk about Raw.
Nice.
I'm happy about it. Let's go ahead and get some cleanup. First, we want to thank everybody. We finally got to 100 followers on Twitter. We really appreciate you guys. Let's get that number up to 200.
Good job, guys.
Yes.
Doc Gallows, Carl Anderson finally made their debut. Much anticipated debut. We'll get to that later.
Yep.
Let's see. Rest in peace to Balls Mahoney. Shock death
So
in this
young.
one.
Very
So
young,
yeah, very 44 years old, you guys.
That's crazy.
It is really
Behind
crazy.
a wife and a son.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, we get some more details on it, But, rest in peace. Thank you for everything you did for the
Prayers
business.
with the family.
Definitely.
Bray Wyatt last night injured at a live event in Italy.
They won't stop.
It's
I know.
dude, it's prompting the topic later, and it's amazing to me. It's my two guys are out, man. My two guys are out.
Let's say you finally get one guy coming back, you think, okay, start the injuries are stopping, and boom, somebody else gets hurt.
Tell me about it.
They took him off the rest of the tour, and he won't get evaluated till he comes back to the States. So
Damn, man.
hopefully it's not this serious, because apparently it's a calf, and you never know which way. It could be real minor, or it could be.
Yeah, I saw an article that said this could be like a week or months.
Yeah.
So it's we'll see what happens with that.
It's such a shame too, after I think he was getting a push,
Yeah,
right?
He was,
exactly.
it's right as they turned him face. We said it last week. If he came out and said, Los Angeles, we're here. And we got it. I got it. I was so happy. And then the end. We'll get to the ending of Raw last week, but man, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's just tragic.
Hopefully it's nothing serious, just something minor. Maybe rest for a week and a half, and it's fine for payback.
Yeah.
Hopefully nothing major.
Yeah, no, that's all we can hope for. Heal up properly.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stress it or anything like that. We want you back at 200%,
Yeah.
And did you see the article on, I think it was Cage Side Seats, that Jake the Snake said Bray will never be a top heel? No, in the good way.
Oh,
it's like the same way Jake could never be a top heel because so many people like Bray
Okay,
Wyatt.
all right.
So many people like Jake Roberts. It's like you're so infatuated by him. You're so invested. It's like, yo, I can't wait to see what he's gonna do, and everyone just wants to cheer for him. It's like, yo, this guy's cool as fuck.
Yeah,
It's
and when we saw that, well, we'll get to that part on Raw. But yeah.
Okay. Shane opens up Raw. Thanks everyone for the almost overwhelming support, and I'm just gonna say it right here.
Oh, he's doing the latest SmackDown moment already.
It's coming right now.
It was fucking stupid. Absolutely fucking stupid. If they said on Twitter that because of the overwhelming fan support that we're going to get Shane back for another week. Now, mind you, there are hours of content where people do not want Roman to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
For sure.
Millions of tweets, and I've seen them. I'm not the only one. We are not the only ones. Are you gonna change your minds or maybe give us what we want now? I think it's fucking stupid. I don't mind Shane being there. I'm happy he's there. Yeah. He is there. Maybe give us a better reason for it. Because the whole match and everything with The Undertaker was pointless.
Yep.
It was all pointless. You couldn't have just brought in Shane the night after WrestleMania and just said, hey, I'm running Raw now. And then maybe went from there. But no. No. It's fucking stupid. It's just fucking stupid.
I agree. I could have said it better myself.
It's absolutely fucking stupid. And I'm just going to keep saying it.
Yeah.
And if the worst part is, I know Shane said on Raw that this is his last night on Raw. but I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back next week.
Yeah,
I really
same here.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's. I just don't. I don't know what to say about it. I love Shane. I really do. I'm not hating on Shane.
The storyline
It's
just
the
doesn't make any sense.
storyline
The
why
reasoning.
he's here.
I mean, even from the start, we talked about it, how we're waiting for the loose ends to be tied up between the Undertaker-Shane story of, first of all, why is Undertaker fighting for Vince? And
his contract says Vince McMahon.
yeah.
About it, yeah.
That
if they said that from the start, maybe,
paycheck comes in the
mail.
mail. But yeah, no, we'll go ahead and move on from that. Shane
I don't need to lay in a SmackDown moment today. It's been done for me.
It already happened. Yeah.
that was my raw doggy moment.
Hey.
Shane opens up Raw, thanks everyone for the overwhelming support. Kevin Owens then comes in and interrupts him and demands his championship rematch. Shane says, that's not how things work around here, of course.
Yeah.
Then Shane says he can earn it by defeating Cesaro, and whoever wins becomes a new number one contender. And the match started immediately, which was great because it was only like a 10-minute promo all together. Yeah. No agonizing, long 20-minute promo about how all your lives are awful.
How we all suck and how great they are.
I gotta say, it's been refreshing to not see Trips and
yeah.
Stephanie. And I like them both. I like them both as heels, but it's just...
It became the same thing
when
over and
Raw opens up, the king! The king of kings!
Like, oh, shoot.
I don't want to start a Raw with... Ugh.
Right.
I want to, like, here comes the money, yay! Or something,
right,
someone I'm
something
excited
big,
to see. Let's hot start to Raw. All right, something. Anyway, opens up with, this was a fantastic match. I think it got 2 or 3 segments. I think it was for 3 segments, which is great for Raw.
Yep.
A lot of good spots here. Cesaro's springboard spinning uppercut was sick,
it was beautiful.
nasty. It was
perfect.
so good. I was like, you literally cannot get better than that. That was just picture perfect. And then JBL calls it the bullfrog splash that Kevin Owens does. I swear I love it.
I like that.
It's so good. When I first saw him do it, I was like, yo, that was a pretty ass frog splash. And now he just continues, does it. I'm like, man, this.
Slick.
He does whatever he wants in the ring. He's
how
like,
good he is, you know.
He's like, I don't have to do.
He's a
this.
WWE 2K character.
Straight up.
We said it. He's a created character in real life.
Yep.
It's man, like and he has the move thief move. It's so funny. Let's see. Cesaro defeats Kevin Owens. Like I said, it was a good match.
Yep.
Cesaro is the new number 1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship at WWE Payback.
Hit him with the neutralizer.
Hit him with the neutralizer, which we haven't seen in a
good
while,
I forgot how awesome that move is.
I remember when I saw him going for it, I was like, oh, it's over. It's over. 1, 2. Oh my gosh, it's over.
It was over. I was shocked.
It was a wrap. Next, we have a backstage segment with Dr. Phil, Ric Flair, and Charlotte. How did you guys feel about this?
Originally, I was trying to figure out what the hell Dr. Phil was doing here.
Like everybody.
Yeah.
But their backstage segment wasn't bad. Yeah,
what did you think about it?
Same thing. I thought it was okay. I didn't understand why he was there, to begin with. But
kind of random.
It was quick, at least. It didn't take a lot of time up, so I wasn't, I was content.
I actually liked it. Yeah. I thought it was an interesting how someone else's perspective is like, hey, do you see what your dad's actually doing to you? Yeah. And someone else outside of WWE is laying the foundation for the Charlotte and Ric Flair breakup, which eventually needs to happen because I was pretty sure it was going to happen post-Mania Raw and it didn't happen. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. And the best part is they kept going with it. He kept going. He was even out there for their match later, and it was like I thought she would have changed and everything. And he actually seemed like he knew the product. He was happy. Mm-hmm. He touted about the women's division. I'm so proud of these women wrestlers and everything. I was like, you know what, I'll reserve my judgment until after I see it. Like I said, you have to give everyone a chance to execute.
Yeah,
and it wasn't awful.
No, he executed.
It wasn't awful.
Oh, yeah. I think it was perfect to the point because. Sometimes guests come in and they know nothing about the product, or they come in and they just overuse them. Yeah. But as you said, it was the right amount. It wasn't overused, and he kind of helped the storyline along in a sense. So I think it was, it came out as well. That's why, at first I was like, what is Dr. Phil?
No, I remember when seeing that, I was like, why?
Well, what's the point? It just seems kind of random, but it makes sense. It's kind of planting the seeds for something down the road, maybe in a few weeks or
story.
A month or so. Story.
Yeah,
exactly.
good.
And
good job.
believe it or not, the women's title pretty much might have had the best story over the last month,
can you believe
month
it?
and a half.
The women's championship.
The women's championship
has the best story going right now.
Yep.
With the best people in it right now.
Exactly.
And with the injury bug going, man, it's like Nikki was a huge blow, but man, those girls really picked it up, and I'm happy they've been able to carry that torch.
Absolutely.
But yeah, going back to Dr. Phil just real quick, he added to the show.
Yeah.
He wasn't a nuisance and he didn't mind us.
Exactly. That's why after, as you said, reserving judgment. Because afterwards I said, okay, you know what, Dr. Phil's pretty. I mean, he's pretty entertaining. There's the woo off with him and Ric Flair.
That was cool.
That was funny. After this, we had another backstage segment. Kevin Owens complaining to Shane, and Shane is like, "No, you're out of here. You're not going to hurt Sami Zayn." Just to ensure that Kevin Owens doesn't interfere with the Sami Zayn match later. We'll get to that though. New Day come out and announce the new tag team tournament for the tag team championships, brought to you by Bootios. They make sure you ain't booty. I like it. I'm so happy to see another tag team tournament. Yes. I do like when these big tournaments come up because you can build mini stories out of them.
Oh yeah,
and now
we already see it now.
Yep, and I love when matches have stakes. And now, like, because Enzo and Cass are like feuding with the Dudley Boys, their match is a quarterfinal match. And it means something. Exactly, it actually has meaning and some oomph behind it. Like there's, oh my,
makes you care about the matches on Raw.
It's isn't it? It's so great when it's like, oh, no throwaway match. No. Yeah. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to watch SmackDown and watch it. Yes. Don't tell me.
Yes.
I don't know if you read this.
No, I didn't check it today because I actually want to check it out.
I want to see this one.
Remember too, I texted you on Monday saying, "Hey, we finally have a tag team division."
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So,
it's been a while.
It's been a long time. My goodness, but hey,
it's been a long time since we've been legitimately excited about tag team wrestling, which is what we all grew up on. We love tag team wrestling. We used to just do we used to play. All of us used to play No Mercy. You just fuck each other up. Like, oh my god, great, good times, great birthday parties, man. I still remember that. It's so fun, so much fun.
Because the thing is about the tag teams too. Because if you think about it, it's been so down for so long that it's only been one team carrying it, or maybe two. Like
that's it.
When the Usos were champions and they faced off They're
Harper
great feud.
Wyatt, that was a good one, and I'll give them their props for that. Yeah. And then for a long time, it was the New Day, and that's why they're still champions.
A long time,
And I love it. I'm not saying I don't.
We love the New Day.
I love it. Yes. We are pro New Day here.
Yes.
But yeah. Next match is the Dudleys defeat the Lucha Dragons. Pretty quick matchup here. Nothing special about it, but Kalisto looked like he was injured very early in the match, and even I was like, I don't know if this is real or not.
I couldn't tell.
And I love when they can get me like that.
He sold the heck out of it.
He sold it, and then even Bubba's and Devon are just helping. Hey, you got the match going on. I know it's this tournament. They are so good at what they do, and it's just so funny because I'm like, when they're selling it, they'll come up and hit the guys or stuff like that, and they were like, I don't know if we're supposed to hit them or not, and when they don't hit them, that's when you're gonna be like, uh-oh. I don't know if this is real or not. And Kalisto, he's clutching. I'm like, this isn't good.
Here we go, another injury.
All right.
Yep. And then another thing I've noticed is like if someone's like kind of really injured, they'll kind of keep the cameras off them for a little while too.
Yeah, that's true.
It is it's good to see what Sin Cara could do in the ring again with the Dudleys. Yeah. And obviously the match plays out 1v2. You're not gonna win that. Not Sin Cara.
Someone good.
If it's Cena or somebody else.
Cena or Kevin Owens or Randy, they might pull something
off. Pull it off.
Randy beat Legacy at Mania, right?
Yeah.
See, 1v2. Someone can do it.
I think they had a triple threat match though.
Was it a triple threat?
Yeah, I think that's when they all had their.
He still did it.
Yeah,
he still did it. Anyway,
still got it done.
No, he's Randy.
Exactly.
He is Randy.
RKO.
Roman comes out and and the best part about it, you're just watching him and he's getting ready to talk and it just sits there and it's like I'm like, man, I don't know if they're really getting to him or if he's just like, man, how much longer is this going to go on? I don't feel bad for you because I want to see what you can do. You got to face the adversity, my man. And here's the thing, and everyone can hate you all they want. I don't hate you. Yeah. I don't think you're the right champion right now.
No.
And that's really what it comes down to. Is the original reason everyone started hating you is because we believe the machine is pushing you. The machine is pushing you
like crazy.
The stories aren't very good with it, it's you're just not ready. In WWE, I firmly believe you have to be an on-screen character. You have to be able to take that mic and have crowd eating out of the palm of your hand.
Yep.
And all the top superstars do it. You see what The Rock does. You see what Stone Cold does. Hulk Hogan, amidst all the bullshit and suckiness and hit the ring with him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
His charisma gets people behind him.
That's it. Because Lord knows not his wrestling ability.
It's not.
His brother.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And that's just saying that. And look at Ric Flair. He was literally the total package. Shawn Michaels, the total package. They all can just have you eating out of the palm of their hands. And even Jericho.
How he turned face to heel in a matter of seconds.
Right? It's like this.
That's Jericho for you. And then here, going back to The Undertaker, in very few words, he got you. He got you.
Yep.
And I love how he talks. He's done this for a long time, but he takes the WWE logo off the mic and talks. And even with Shane and Vince leading up to one of the Mania, he even like got a mic and took it off. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Yeah. That's Undertaker.
That's Taker right there. Vintage Taker.
Vintage Undertaker. All right. But anyway, Roman comes out. I'm not a bad guy. Again. I'm not a good guy. I'm the guy.
Again. And here, so we're talking about storyline. I was like, okay. The first time he did it, when he did it last week, I liked it. I said, okay, all right,
like,
short and sweet.
I was like, you want to get some dudes to boo you?
Oh, yeah. Right there.
Down.
But then when you say it for 2-3 times,
that's probably going to be his tagline.
Probably is.
And we'll see what they come up with for, like, I believe Ambrose will win the title next year. Seth Rollins is the man. Roman Reigns is the guy. WWE always has is a guy.
Yeah.
It was John Cena, it was Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold. It was the guy. So we'll see what they have for Ambrose. Anyway, League of Nations come out and cut out and cut him off because he sucks. He sucks as a promo. And then the Wyatts interfere and save Roman. Shocker. Very interesting. But I know they're feuding with the League of Nations.
Yep.
So with Bray Wyatt injured, now it'll be interesting to see where they kind of lead with this.
Yeah, where they're gonna go with that.
They already lost Harper from the group. Can't lose Wyatt.
I know.
Yeah, he's the face.
Like I saw a post online that said, with Wyatt's really out for a significant amount of time, Rowan and Strowman are going to sink.
Oh yeah. If Wyatt's out for a long time, the Wyatt family's done. Unfortunately,
he's the Wyatt family, and everyone follows him. I like, I don't like Strowman like that, but Luke Harper, he's gonna be so good when they eventually do that.
Yeah.
That turn on them or whatever, however it comes up, he's good. I like Eric Rowan a little bit. When he did his little singles thing, I actually kind of liked it, and I like his music too. His singles music was pretty good.
I do like his music. Yeah.
Next match up was Natalya versus Charlotte. Pretty good match. Two segment for a Divas match. I know you were telling me that you weren't so high on Natty, and I've been telling him you gotta watch X match, this match, and I liked her for a little while, and I hated that she wasn't a part of the Divas Revolution. She needed to be here. She's finally getting her chance.
Exactly.
She's finally getting it, and it's a good match. And man, I'll say it. I'm starting to hate Ric Flair. He's doing his job so well. It's working. And I'm just like, man, will you fucking just leave him alone? Like, God, just leave her alone. The
dirtiest player in the game.
It bothers me because now when I see Charlotte just going, Dad, or Daddy, whatever she says, I'm like, God damn it, he's going to do something soon. And then Natty puts Charlotte in the sharpshooter. Yep. And then Rick pulls the ref out. I was like, son of a bitch! And she's tapping! Which means Natty got one over on her. Natalya does win by disqualification.
Expected to get her title shot real soon.
Oh, yeah.
Probably payback, right?
I hope so, yeah. It'll be interesting to see the route they go, because what I think will happen is probably at the pay-per-view, Rick will do some shenanigans again.
And another one.
Yep, they'll have another title match, and the next one will be Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do something to ban Rick from ringside, and then I'd rather conclusive Charlotte win than a Ric Flair
helping to win.
Yeah, and it's like.
It's been a lot of matches she's won recently with
Ric Flair. Yeah, and I get the heels.
WrestleMania being the biggest one.
That
sucked.
You don't have to do it.
That was the boss's night.
That was the boss's night. It should have been. Next up, we have the Usos facing off against the Social Outcasts. No. I hate that they do so much more with their entrance now. Like, I don't mind the war dance. That was cool.
Yeah.
And then, like, when they used to go, ooze, now they're like, ooze. And their mics are always, like, broken now. It's so stupid. Just
like their careers.
They are. I can't stand them, dude. And quick roll-up win. We don't need to go deep into this.
Bone Train!
They ran that joke.
That was so funny.
That was so hilarious.
The main part about what happens here is Gallows and Anderson debut immediately after the match
And attack the
Usos.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
I know. We were jumping. I was hyped. I was hyped to see a Bullet.
Fucked them up.
Oh, yes,
It was
they did.
So happy to see it. And then there was that one spot, I forget which one, threw one of the Usos into like the guardrail.
Anderson threw his neck and
yeah.
shoulder. I was like, is that the one that had the shoulder surgery?
Yeah.
So, I was like, if so, that's great.
That's heel heat. And then everyone's like, it's the crowd looked like they knew them.
Yeah.
And the announcers sold that they knew them, like they were saying they were in Japan and everything like this. It was a different approach. It wasn't like, hey, wait, who are these guys?
Yeah,
So
before you continue though, I didn't have a lay in the SmackDown moment, but I got one now just because of it. The announcers suck when it comes to just introducing guys, or either when a guy returns from a major injury or somebody new debuts. It's like, people know him, but they don't hype them.
I know.
I hate even for like AJ Styles, it's like, it was decent, but can you imagine, and I hate to always say this, but can you imagine if it was JR and King announcing when somebody comes back, or somebody returns or debuts for the first time?
I know.
Just make it big. These are not just, it's not like, they've been here every week, here's AJ Styles, or, here's Shinsuke Nakamura, or, it's the Bullet Club. Oh man, they're wrecking havoc. No,
they don't. They're tone deaf.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's like when you're supposed to be screaming and I don't know. Oh my god!
Shit!
They're like, oh my gosh, look what's happening.
Yeah.
Oh
my gosh, no,
so,
it's going down. Oh, yeah. No, I mean,
it's like they're talking. It's like they're literally reading off of a script. You guys have to. You see this? This is the intro and the outro I do. It's just there. I look at the camera when I talk to you guys. Fuck the script. Talk.
Yeah.
Announce.
Yeah.
Look at your monitor and do something. Enunciate. Get some emotion behind your
passion.
Your
passion, man.
Thank you, my friend.
Yep.
Thank you. You see why JR is the greatest commentator of all time? Not just wrestling, not any sport. He's the greatest commentator of all time.
Because he's a fan. He puts the passion into it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Just like Mauro Ranallo on SmackDown.
Thank you.
Passion.
He's a student of the game. They are always trying to learn. They are not the status quo.
Yes.
You have to go above and beyond to put these superstars over. I will use JR's own words. The wrestlers provide the music. We provide the lyrics.
Bam.
Please do a better job.
Yes. And that's my lay in the SmackDown moment for today.
There we go.
But great debut. Yes.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Tag team division just continues to blossom.
Keeps expanding.
It's great. It's great. It's gonna be interesting to see where they go with it too. Because I don't mind that they aren't immediately the Bullet Club. I never seen the Bullet Club, and I'll be honest about that. I don't know anything about them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for them to see what they're gonna do to surprise me, entertain me, what they're gonna do in WWE.
And I know the crowd was cheering like
Bullet
Club.
And then they did that was cool.
Because the thing is, they could go a couple directions with it because two of their leaders are in the WWE. Of course, Finn Balor and NXT and AJ Styles. So do they go with one of them? Does neither of them come as a leader, or is it somebody completely different? Yeah.
I think it's common knowledge to wrestling fans that know them that they know AJ Styles and Finn Balor were the leaders, 1 and 2 leaders. Yeah. So I think it would be cool if when Finn Balor does debut, all 4 of them are together. Yeah. Just be a crazy
a new
force.
faction.
Yep.
Exactly.
Like dominant.
We need one, yeah.
We have all the championships.
Yes.
That will be
like evolution.
Oh my gosh, that'll be. And you know what's gonna be crazy is let's say because AJ Styles is in WWE right now, he gets the world title first, and then Finn Balor comes and he gets let's say the Intercontinental Championship, and then they have the Tag Team Championships, which I'll be okay with. We want the tag. New Day they're good. They're kind of above the titles now.
Exactly. They can lose the titles and still be over.
They don't need the titles anymore, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
They made the title.
Because still a chase with having them chase the titles will have you love them even more. It's snap, you want to see them get it back.
Yeah, that'll be great. Like I can't wait for when they finally do meet. When let's say AJ's the official leader and then Finn Balor comes. It'll be a nice 3-on-3 that everyone's gonna be hyped to see. That's main event quality right there. Yeah. That is a main event quality 6-man tag match.
Yep.
That's gonna be
I'll take it, yeah.
I would gladly take that.
I'll take that. Maybe one day a Bullet Club Shield match.
I'm sure that one's coming down the line, and we need all hands on deck for that one. That's gonna be one. That should be the 4-on-3, like with AJ, Finn, and Doc and Anderson.
Yeah.
Against. Oh man, because just imagine the fashion's been running roughshod for a full fucking year, and then I don't know. Let's say Roman comes out and he's like, "I'm gonna stop you guys," kind of like what Cena's gonna do,
Yeah.
And then Ambrose comes out because everyone loves Ambrose.
Exactly.
He's like, "Oh yeah, Roman's my buddy," everyone knows that. And then Seth comes out, and it's all three of them just standing at the top of the ramp in full Shield gear. And everyone's just gonna holy shit, just run down to the ring and just start fucking each other.
I love it. Can't wait.
That's gonna be great. That almost needs to be a WrestleMania match.
Have to.
That's gonna be something, man. All right. Next match up: AJ Styles defeats Sami Zayn in a absolutely fantastic match.
Yeah, that was a great match.
It had a finish. I'm liking this. Like 2 weeks in a row, just conclusive finishes the matches. Feels great.
It's something. I'm starting to like it. And then what Shane was saying, I think it was on this Raw, it was like fresh matchups and new storylines, things like that.
Good.
I was like,
that's what we need.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's
loved it.
The only thing it's not a gripe with me, I get it. Everyone keeps kicking out of Styles Clash. Yeah. Everyone's keeps kicking out of Styles Clash. And in Japan, that's it. It's over.
That's it. I mean, you look at the finisher. It should be it.
I know.
You
see how dangerous it really is.
That might be why they're just, I guess.
Yeah, I get it. But
I know Vince is not too hot on the move, which is why he uses the phenomenal forearm.
That shit is awesome. It's fucking dope. And to me, it looks better than Superman Punch.
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
Just the way he does it.
Just like the cock back.
It's so sick. It's
always spot on too.
Yeah. And what I was saying was, I get why they want that to be his. Like, let's say his official finisher. He might not be able to get everyone up for a Styles Clash. Everyone. He can probably do the calf crusher to everybody. But that phenomenal elbow it's a great move. Dope. Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, shit.
Speaking of that, hopefully AJ has that injury scare.
Yeah, that injury scare was
not true or serious.
I heard he said he'll be okay though.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, because I was like, that was earlier this week. I was like, what's AJ now too? AJ now too.
I was gonna be like, forget it. I'm done. Can't do it anymore.
I was telling Kevin when he told me about the Bray Wyatt injury, and whoever did this, you're a sick fuck. It was a DJ Khaled meme that said, another one. And I was like, no, you horrible person. I hate you so much right now. It's so, I was like, no.
It's true, though,
It is. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Oh, man. Before we go on, though, I do want to talk about Sami Zayn. He's been really impressive lately. And he had probably the prettiest Blue Thunder Bomb I've ever seen.
I know, that was probably the best one I've ever seen him hit. It was sick. Shit, I was like, oh, it's over.
Yeah, it's over. I was like, it's done. It's got to be done. Yeah, that was pretty.
It was.
Yeah, I agree.
Your guy has Blue Thunder Bomb in the game.
Yeah. Had to give it to him.
I know. Good moves.
Yeah,
good moves.
Good move, definitely.
What came next? The highlight reel. Chris Jericho, he was his own guest. You egotistical son of a bitch, which is why we like you.
Yeah.
And then interrupted by Ambrose per Shane McMahon and gave him some bad news. Freedom got some bad news.
Yep. He took over.
Highlight reel is canceled, and now it's the Ambrose Asylum. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with his own talk Piper's Pit. Did you like the segment?
I did.
Okay.
It was funny.
It was fun. Yeah.
Kind of starts their feud, which I know will get personal soon because Jericho will take it there and he'll get serious.
Yeah, I like what's with that scarf, dude?
Oh, yeah.
It's so great when finally someone says something about it.
What do you say? He spent
$750.
Bro, let me get that. I got a couple student loan payments that need coming up. Let me get that money. I ain't gonna pay $750 for a dang old scarf.
Freaking scarf.
I was like, you spent $750 on a scarf.
That's crazy.
This scarf was $750. Bruh, what?
You want to sponsor us?
Right.
Much appreciated.
Right.
ProWrestlingVoice.com. Hit us up. Let's see. After the highlight reel, after we came back from commercial, AJ and Sami Zayn, quick segment backstage, and they're talking about the match, and then Shane comes in, congratulates them on a great match. And they're like, all right. And then they dap each other up.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was good. It was 15 seconds. I was like, why don't we get this more often?
Mm-hmm.
They respect each other.
Yep. Not always somebody having to turn on the other.
It's like, oh, good. Now these guys laid a foundation for possible team-ups. Something like that. Yeah. It's good to see that they can be good rivals. Yeah. Good rivals are a good thing. And the only other people they kind of done that with is Roman and Dean. Yeah, so, surprisingly, Roman and Dean storyline and everything else has worked. Yeah. So, you know, that's the funny part. It's like, hey, Roman's with Dean. All right, we won't boo you tonight. Exactly. You're like to be like Ambrose.
Exactly.
I think that's a testament to how good Ambrose is, or the character that he has now. Next matchup, Apollo Crews defeats Adam Rose. Squash match, nothing special.
It was like a couple minutes, maybe.
Couple minutes, yeah.
At best.
What's his finisher? I forget what it's actually called.
I don't know what it's called.
Spinning sit-out powerbomb. Yeah. But yeah, it was pretty good. I saw. Is this the one where he tried to walk around with Adam Rose?
Yeah, he walked around.
Yeah. It was okay. Then a quick video package on Baron Corbin. He wasn't on Raw this week, which is I think what they need to do a little bit more often. It's almost like a second vignette after he debuted. Like, hey, this is who he is. Yeah. Storyline. We need more of these. Mm-hmm. Even Primo and Epico are getting vignettes. Yeah.
A lot of them.
Even though they've been repackaged 15 times.
They got like 2 or 3 this Raw. I know it's 2 or 3.
Yeah, at least.
Every time I'm still looking for apples.
I know.
I was like, looking. I'm like,
where's Carlito? Come back.
It's the funniest part. Is like if they come back with Carlito, we will all be happy. Oh, yes. It's just like, yo, just bring him back. Yeah. We know he wants to at least do something. I remember at the Hall of Fame when they inducted their dad. He's like, I'm used to high school gyms and cafeterias, but this is kind of nice. You know? Oh man, Carlito, please come back.
Please do.
Please,
that would be cool.
That would be cool. And tell everyone why Roman isn't cool. I would love to see that.
Oh,
promo.
that would be so
great.
Just spits in his
face. Like, Roman, let me tell you why you're not cool.
And then Roman starts talking. No. It just keeps going. Like that's not cool. You listen to the people. Listen to the universe. They know what cool is, and you are not cool. Like, no, I can't wait.
You're gonna prison that.
I know if that happens, that's gonna be so fucking funny. After this, immediately after the Baron Corbin vignette promo, Wyatt cuts a short promo. We are destined to do this dance forever, Roman. Destined to be rivals forever. We'll see. We might be playing. We'll see how it plays out with how the fans hear it. I don't hate it, but at the same time, I wasn't so about the rivalry last time. That finished at Hell in a Cell last year. It was a good match. I like that match.
Yeah. If they have a title rivalry, then I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. So if Bray is the guy that beats Roman for the title, then
that would be something. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Imagine the pop that happens.
Oh boy, that's gonna be something sick.
It'd be loud.
Yes, it's gonna be very loud. And then we get exactly what we were hoping for.
Yep.
Los Angeles, we're here. And everyone can be happy again because Bray Wyatt is officially face. He's officially face. And then Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt defeat the League of Nations. League of Booty. Sheamus and Del Rio stare down at things to come for Roman and Bray after the match. Oh, before the finish of the match.
Yeah, the finish was very cool.
The finish was very cool. Yes. The sister Abigail, and then you see Bray get up, and you see Sheamus getting ready to stop him.
Yeah.
Boom! And it hits him with a spear. I was like, yo, that was dope.
Yeah,
that was dope. Okay, that's cool. We like that. Did you hear what happened after Raw? No, the dark match happened afterward. It was I think it was the Wyatt family versus Roman, Dean Ambrose, and AJ Styles. I think.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Shoot, that's main event.
What a treat for the crowd, right?
Right.
I wonder what the build main event was that night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see.
I think at this point.
What's up?
Brooklyn Brawler could beat Roman Reigns for the WWE title, and the crowd would pop.
Yeah. It almost doesn't matter who it is.
Right. Anyone but you, Roman. Anyone but you. Oh, and then just honorable mention. I don't think The Miz was on Raw this week. Last week on SmackDown, he just
had a backstage segment.
He had his little Eminem segment.
Eminem thing.
Was that on
Raw? Yeah.
That was on Raw?
Yeah.
I thought that was on SmackDown.
No, that was on Raw. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
With him and Maurice.
This was absolutely gold. It was so good. Just Maurice, just pretty much being Miz. They're both like the same character,
right.
doing the same shit,
true,
and she's just mine's going to do this, mine's going to do this, blah 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 blah, and then she just freaks out, no blue M&Ms, and then some stagehand tries to give him water. He doesn't drink domestic. Yeah. He only drinks foreign or whatever. And then
man.
and then it was funny as shit when he started drinking and she's like domestic and he just spits all the water.
He's like, get this shit out
Oh
of here.
my gosh! I know I didn't do it justice, but it was funny as shit. It was
Yeah,
so good. I was pretty sure it was on SmackDown.
Miz had the like his cucumber.
The cucumbers in his eyes.
Just chilling there.
I know. And then what else? And then he came back.
Came in there.
Yeah, and
True.
I like the part where Miz is playing the actor thing still.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, take one. And it did it again.
Yeah.
Take two. Did it. That was so. He's so good, man.
Miz is
Yeah,
awesome.
He's like my unofficial sixth favorite superstar. Now. Him and Maurice are just so good together. And then we were watching SmackDown last week when they had the match with Zack Ryder, and then Miz just like this subtle just slaps her ass. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. And Maurice looked like she hadn't missed a beat. My gosh, she looks so good. And Miz is just like, look at what I got! Look what I got!
Showing off.
Oh my gosh, I don't blame you, my man. Show it off. Whew. Man. Anyway,
Yes, indeed.
so that was Raw.
Good
It's a
Raw.
good Raw.
It
Yeah.
was, yeah.
It was refreshing. Had finishes the matches. You had different superstars, different wrestlers in the major spots, in the main spots. So this could keep going. Again, hopefully Bray's not hurt because I'm excited to see where he goes next. I hope it's nothing serious.
Yeah, me too.
He can wrestle at Payback if he needs a couple weeks off, but we can just hope. We can only hope. So, but great. I enjoyed Raw from top to bottom.
Oh,
top to bottom.
It's just exciting, all these new superstars. They just gives you something to look forward, to the future of what the company is gonna, offer, I guess, to us. So
Yeah.
I can't wait,
Yeah.
Just
Don't screw it up.
Yeah, please.
Don't throw the book.
They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it.
And everyone stay healthy, my goodness.
Yes, please. We don't need another one.
Oh, no.
We don't need that.
Okay. Going back to this injury thing though. With the rate the superstars are working now, because a lot of them are working both Raw and SmackDown. I know New Day works both Raw and SmackDown. I kind of think it's time for the brand split now. I remember during, especially the Ruthless Aggression era, these injuries weren't that common.
No.
Not at all. You know, you have your exclusive Raw superstars, you have your exclusive SmackDown superstars, and the champion who would go between both shows if he had to. I think it's good for everyone if their work rate's less, they get maybe a little bit more time off, maybe they get to go home an extra day. I think it would bring up the morale of everybody.
Right.
And I think it would be good. Just have a reason to watch SmackDown. Like I get once in a while they're gonna have a few crossbreed.
Yeah.
Feuds, continuing rivalries and feuds and stuff like that. I don't think it should be anything too major. But I think this way SmackDown can have its own storylines. Raw can have its own storylines. And even then, I'm not in favor of two big world titles. There's one champion here.
I agree.
You are the undisputed champion.
I agree.
This makes, if you have the Intercontinental Championship on, let's say, SmackDown, you are the big dog on SmackDown if you don't have the world title, or if the current world champion is on Raw, and vice versa with the U.S. title on Raw.
Yeah.
I think it needs to happen though. I miss it. I was in favor of the brand split when it was happening, and then when they co-mingle the shows, I was like, all right, this is cool, but it's almost like you see the result now. It doesn't make either show better because both superstars are on, and I think it makes it a better show. Especially like a little bit after WrestleMania when they have the draft, because it makes it interesting to see where some guys will go or things like that. Or you can draft champions. Do you remember the pop Cena got when he got drafted to SmackDown?
Oh, yeah.
That was insane, dude. Even I jumped off my couch. I was like, what? I can watch SmackDown for a real reason now? Yes! And then, of course, he gets drafted back to Raw at the end of the night, which is hilarious. I was like, well, that's the rules you're going to play by, because I remember that night, SmackDown stole everybody. They got Randy, they got Cena, they got so many good superstars that night, and then they brought him back. But yeah, what do you guys think? How do you feel about the brand splits?
I don't know. I mean, I like the idea because just going to the points that you said, it just gives everyone a little more time off, and you hopefully wouldn't see as many injuries, if that were the case. But on the other hand, it's like, then you don't have all the superstars there like at one time. And
that's a good point.
I like seeing them all like on Raw or all of them on SmackDown and whatnot. So I don't know. I'll have to see. I guess if it comes, then I'll welcome it for sure because it was a cool idea they had, and everyone loves drafting. I mean, that's a cool concept. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I'm just kind of in between right now. I'd say in favor and in that. So What do you think?
I'm kind of split on the brand split.
Yeah.
But it's
you had to do it.
Yeah, I had to do it. I had to do it. I was waiting for it.
Okay.
But I'm kind of along the same lines with you, Kevin. It's because for me, originally when the brand split originally happened first, I hated it. I couldn't stand it.
Really?
I don't know. It was kind of mid, and I guess it was. I didn't like the fact that the guys were separated.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe it's because I was more. I was like, Dudley boys are split up, and why?
But that I understand. That shouldn't happen. Like if they almost want to group tag teams as one selection,
unit,
that's okay. Because
true.
even you split the Hardy Boys up. The fuck is wrong with you?
No, you can't do that.
You can't do that. Like we get Jeff is better than Matt, but you can't.
Exactly.
And then just like
we know that Matt's genetic, but
and like going on what you were saying with the Dudley Boys, that's It's not good, but at the same time, it does provide opportunity. I wasn't crazy about Reverend Devon, but hey, he was there, and Batista was his muscle. Deacon Batista with the fucking collection box with him. I was like, well, you big muscle-headed idiot. I remember when I saw his debut, and I was like, what are they going to do with you? Because I'm like, you're so ridiculously outrageous. Like, look at you.
Yeah.
When are you going to be champion?
Yeah.
And sure enough, he was on Raw with Evolution after that. I was like,
the rest is history.
Yeah, the rest is history.
Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of, so I hated the brand split first, but of course I grew to love it.
Yeah.
And I grew to love the stars. And at the time, I mean, it was needed. WCW was acquired, so the talent was just, there was just so many guys. You had to do it. So I think the roster now has gotten, well, minus the injuries. I think the roster now has gotten a little deeper, but I don't know if it's deeper. It's definitely not as deep as it was when the brand split first started, those first few years. So that's why if it happens, could they create compelling show? Because first of all, Raw would have to go back to 2 hours.
Yeah, no, there's your
I'd have to, right. But the thing is, I don't know if they want to because of how much USA loves having them on 3 hours, and that's their big money maker. So
I don't see them shortening it.
Yeah,
like, I hate when I hear like news about the ratings, and I'm like, you guys, like, let's say Raw does get 3 million viewers. There's a lot of fucking people watching one program. Have you seen other ratings for other shows? I love First Take. Last fall, First Take on ESPN. It had its peak in ratings. You know what they got? 300K. And that was at their peak. Raw, on a bad night, gets 3 million.
Yeah,
Me, I say more. I get it's not the Attitude Era. 10 million people aren't watching wrestling in the general sense.
Exactly.
That was a special time period. Fucking great time period for us. God, could you give us a better childhood? Absolutely not. But we don't live in the world where wrestling is the it thing anymore. It comes and goes. There's always going to be something new.
Yeah.
And at that time, wrestling was it. You couldn't beat it. It was. I almost don't want to say people had never seen wrestling at that time, and then when you see dudes like Stone Cold just fucking people up all the time, The Rock just going on people, straight shredding them to pieces on the mic. And you see characters like Kane and The Undertaker really coming into their own. My gosh, man,
you couldn't beat it.
You can't beat a better roster of superstars. Yeah. You can't, because everyone has storylines, everyone had backstories, everyone had a purpose. Purpose. Matches meant something, and that's before the curtain was pulled back, and not everyone knew that not everyone knew how that's the business works.
Exactly.
So, for me, I'm kind of in favor of it. It'll be interesting to see, though, because I remember, during the Attitude Era, it was a brand split, and you see what happened, but at the same time, the injuries weren't as rampant. I think the brand split should come back because the injuries are so... They're there. It's getting ridiculous now.
It's too much. But the thing is, with the injury, I mean, if they do the brand split, and they have, of course, then the guys will only have to work either one Raw or SmackDown, but then they still have the house shows.
Yeah.
And, they added the house shows within the brand split. Raw had their house shows and SmackDown had theirs. So, they'll still have their separate house shows per night, per week, maybe 2 for Raw and 2 for SmackDown. Yeah. So as long as they keep that limited, I think it's a great idea to preserve the superstars over the long haul. But they definitely can't do. Okay, we got 2 brands. All right, we're gonna give SmackDown an extra house show, Raw an extra one, because then it defeats the purpose. But we'll see. I mean, if it happens, I guess for me, if I had to choose one, I'd lean towards not seeing it right now, but if it does, I can understand why.
Yeah.
And I'll be go with it. It'll
We'll
be
accept
something
it.
interesting.
I think it's interesting. It's always
interesting.
always something going on in WWE.
Yeah.
And if they do fall flat on their face again, then hey, you tried it.
Exactly.
And it's like, and to WWE's credit, they aren't scared to try shit.
Yeah.
That's the damn
See that
sure.
Roman Reigns.
But another going back to your point about the live events, I forget what day it was. Tatiana was telling me she was going into a live event. I don't know. It was like on a Saturday, and at that show, let's say Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Triple H were there. Let's just say them.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was another house show over in Richmond with like Stephanie, John Cena, and Bray Wyatt. It's like there are two different house shows going on in Virginia at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like one of those could be the SmackDown house show, one of those could be the Raw house show, and whichever you really feel like going to, you can go to either or. But at the same time, I still get it. Like, hey, WWE is here in DC for a Saturday live show, like they were for the Sunday before Mania.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're still gonna have house shows where separate superstars are at different shows working different circuits, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see if he comes back. You want to have some fun with this though?
Let's do it.
Let's have
What you
some
got
fun
in
with
mind?
this.
What you got in mind?
How about next week we do an official draft?
Okay.
What shows would you guys like to be?
ECW. No.
If you want to revive ECW, you can be ECW.
Bringing it back.
And hey, before we pick our shows, the rules are ignore the injuries.
Okay.
Every tag teams, if you like, let's say I pick the Wyatt family, I get all four of the Wyatts.
Okay.
Current champions are the current champions.
Okay.
And however a superstar's current work rate is what their work rate will be when you draft them. So if you draft Brock Lesnar, for example, you get him for 4 pay-per-views. So he's a draw,
yeah,
but that's what you get. You get Brock Lesnar on your roster. I think we should have some fun with this.
All right.
I like
Should
it.
be an interesting show.
Right.
We're not going to zoom through Raw next week because of that, but maybe we'll have a little extra time and we'll add on to it. Because I know a lot of our shows have been going kind of long. We have fun doing this. So
we do.
It's just we're just hanging out and talking.
Yeah, it goes by quick for us, right?
I know.
Exactly.
You'll be surprised. Like when we're just talking, I have to constantly look at the clock because the conversation. It just goes like that.
Yeah.
I still can't forget the one time we recorded for 3 hours. It was just like 3 hours went by. I was like, holy shit!
Yeah.
It was amazing. Anything else though? Any other news that you heard or any other cleanup we need to do?
Nobody else got injured yet.
Hopefully no one
That's
else
not
does.
wood. That's not wood. I don't know where some wood is.
I got one right here, I think. Yeah.
Maybe that's wood.
Behind that
Drywall. I think that's it. We'll give you guys a match of the week next week. Been kind of busy playing the division. Ratchet and Clank on PS4 is fucking beast.
Is it out?
Yeah, it came. I didn't even know it was out.
Oh.
And the best compliment I can give this, and I know I've heard this a little bit, and you guys might have heard it too. It's like playing a Pixar game. It looks absolutely beautiful. It's fun. There's real humor in the dialogue. Like it's not bullshit like forced humor.
Yeah.
It's actually funny.
All right.
And it's a reboot that doesn't take itself too seriously because it even knows it's a reboot. One of the characters is like, all right, see you in the next reboot. And he just walks off. And Ratchet's like, what? And Darian was telling me this guy has been in every single Ratchet game. It's kind of with the same exact role and stuff like that. And there's a movie coming out sometime after the game. I know the game's out already. The game knows about the movie that knows about the game. So it's just funny. It's not taking itself too seriously, and I love it. It's so good. And they make jokes about it. It's like, oh, you guys can go see the movie if you want, if you like CG. Like, it's so funny because that's what the movie is.
Yeah,
that's what the game is. But it's really great. It's only $40. It's, in my opinion, probably one of the more fun games I played on PS4. I think it's a must-own for anyone who's ever been a Ratchet fan. It's faithful readaptation, I guess. There's a lot of backstory. You get to see like Nefarious before he's a robot. Drek is back in the game. I'm only on like the 3rd planet right now, but it's actually really fun. division. I'm still working on that platinum. Got to level 30 yesterday. If you guys want to play with us, I'm Jam Lucas 18 on PSN. You're RTZ KVN.
Mm-hmm.
Are you Super Bernard Bros?
Super Bernard Bros.
Super Bernard Bros on PSN.
Come join us, Vandie.
I might need to, man.
Join the dark side. But that's our show this week. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let us know what you guys think about the brand split. Follow us on Twitter at PWV_podcast for all your wrestling news, articles, opinions, and information. Check out ProWrestlingVoice.com. Check out our store, ProWrestlingTees.com/ProWrestlingVoice. Only $19.99, you guys. Always warming up. Building. I am John Lucas alongside my co-host, Vandie Barnard. Mr. Kevin Ortiz, thank you for coming back, man. You're always welcome.
Oh, yeah.
We are a generation that grew up in the Attitude Era. We won't throw the book at you. Until next time. You're gonna smack someone with one of those.
One day.
I said no blue M&Ms, damn it.
Sorry.